We are here with Jamie Moore at the Matchroom conference. Obviously, trainer of Dave Allen. How's it going, mate? You all right?
Mate, you all right?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. You're up here, obviously, Dave Allen's trainer. Obviously, the controversy of the last fight. Is it looking to be a completely different type of fight this time round?
I don't feel like you're going to get a completely different type of fight with these guys. I think, ultimately they might try and start the fight a little bit different, but we'll always end up with the same type of fight. Stylistically, they go well with each other. I think Dave will be much better conditioned this time. I think Johnny will be a little bit more smarter, won't get involved as much, but then ultimately hopefully our tactics will be able to be implemented, and Dave will start to get to him, and that's when it'll really catch fire.
I know, obviously, when you were saying up at the on the press conference that you're expecting a better version of both, a motivated Dave Allen's a dangerous Dave Allen, as far as I'm aware, seeing his career. Is that something I take you'd agree with?
Yeah, and we've rarely seen it. I honestly believe we truly haven't seen the best of Dave Allen, and he'll admit that himself. And we're lucky in the sense that he's realised that in the right amount of time where it's not too late. He's not got to the stage where he's retired and he looks back and goes, "I wish I'd have applied myself more." He's just done it in enough time where he can still put it into practice, and I believe we're going to see a much better version of Dave. I think we're going to see a better version of Johnny, but I think the improvement in terms of scale, I think will be more from Dave than it will Johnny.
Do you think that Dave will start to peel away from Dave Allen, the sparring partner? And I know he said he's not a superstar, but get Dave Allen beginning to be the superstar.
Just belief in himself, and it's a funny thing because conditioning, with conditioning comes confidence, because you know that when you're a good fighter, you're a good fighter. But if you're not fit, you can't perform. And now when you combine the two, you have confidence going into fights. And Dave's really only sort of been going in there having a go. Whereas in that fifth round, you could see at the end of the round, he came back to the corner, and you could see he believed in himself. Now, a fighter having belief in himself is a brilliant thing to have, because once he can now start to bring out the best in himself, then you're going to see a different type of fighter. I've seen that already since Christmas when he came back in the gym. He's really got the bit between his teeth. We was hoping the rematch got made, but we wasn't sure. But regardless, he was going to be in the gym anyway, because he just wanted to fight, because he wants to prove people wrong. And a motivated Dave Allen's a dangerous prospect.
Do you feel like you're obviously yourself having the glittering career, the illustrious career that you had yourself? Do you feel that that experience then helps whilst training fights? Because also now as a trainer, you've made a massive name as a trainer as well as a fighter.
Yeah, I just believe any type of experience in any field, whatever you do, is only a good thing. Once you start putting it into practice and helping other people who haven't got that type of experience, then as a combination, it's going to work a treat. So I believe a trainer's best attribute is if they've got experience and they can deliver it to the fighter, where the fighter can understand it and sort of take it on board and then put it into practice. So, I'm not a big fan of sort of overcomplicating things. I think you should keep it as simple as possible, because that way it's better understood, and then they're going to more likely to try and implement what you're asking them to do, rather than if you overcomplicate it, it sort of blows their mind and they can't really do it. So I think that's why me and Dave work well. Trust is a big thing with a coach and a fighter as well, and Dave doesn't trust a lot of people, and over time we've got to the point where he trusts us. I know Johnny said before about Dave quitting. Dave's never quit. I in that fight with Fraser Clark, I pulled him out. I protected him from himself. Fighters need protecting from themselves, and Dave would never have quit. I pulled him out of the corner. So I think from that point is where the trust came. From a negative situation, but he understands I've got his best interests at heart. I'm not there for an ego trip. I'm not there to try and get Dave to win and then me to be able to go, look what I've done to Dave. I'm there to look after him. I didn't care whether he won or lost. I cared about his safety. And I think that built the trust with us. And then moving forward now, he understands that I've only got his best interests. What I say to him, he follows through with now. And, all those things combined is a dangerous prospect.
And it's one of the hardest things when sometimes you have to do stuff like that where fighters just want to carry on fighting, but as a trainer you can see and you're doing the right thing by him as well.
And in training, he knows I'm not going to ask him to do something I won't be willing to do myself. I've been there myself. I've gone through all sorts of traumas in my life, and I've come out the other side healthy and happy. So Dave sort of is in a position where whatever I'm asking him to do, he knows I'm not just doing it for the sake of asking him. He knows I'm asking him for a reason, and I wouldn't be asking him to do it if it wasn't necessary.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us, and I really enjoyed the interview. But I look forward to seeing the Dave Allen Fisher fight. Cheers.